Geno Pettis Adventures. You guys know it. I'm still Geno. Today's kind of a sad day. I got to tell you a story. When Maria and I first came to San Gil, we stayed in a hotel called El Geno, and we asked them if they had drivers because we didn't want to be taking a cab everywhere we were going. We wanted to go to Ocomonte, and Ocomonte is like a 300,000 peso cab ride, so 80 bucks. So they had a driver that would drive us anywhere on the planet for 150,000 pesos, so we hired him. Don Pedro. Don Pedro is a guy about 6'2" or 3 or 4, big guy, weighed at least 300 pounds. And you could tell by his limp he only had one leg. And I don't know if you've ever seen anybody drive SUV with a stick shift with only one leg and the other one is a prosthesis. Well, Don Pedro could do it. And I'm going to give you Don Pedro's story. The biggest bus company in Colombia is Copetran, and Don Pedro was a commercial bus driver, one of the best bus drivers, actually in the top 5 bus drivers of all Colombia. And one day on a run in the middle of the night, a drunk semi-truck driver hit him head on in his bus full of people. And if that wasn't bad enough, he woke up upside down, hanging from the seatbelt, blood all over him, his leg just about to fall off, crushed, and he had to take his pocket knife out of it. This is why you need a pocket knife, okay? He had to take his pocket knife. He's hanging upside down. You got to get this. It's the middle of the night. He just got hit head on. He takes his pocket knife out of his pants and cuts the seatbelt and falls to the ceiling. Fast forward, they get the blood, they get the bleeding stopped, they get him to the hospital. They're going to have to remove his leg. Well, they try to put him under and they lose him. They got to bring him back, they got to resuscitate him, bring him back to life. And so they're going to have to cut his leg off just with local anesthesia. They can't put him under. So the doctor says, well, throw a towel over his face so he doesn't see. And Pedro is freaking out. Pedro gave me the story. He is freaking out. And he told him, get that, if I'm going to die, I want to watch it. And so he made him take that off his face. So they proceeded to cut his leg off with him watching. That's got to screw anybody up. Don Pedro drank a lot, but he quit also. But just imagine how that was. And then he got COVID. This is like fast forward 5 years, he got COVID. He didn't die from COVID. We called him up the other day. He's been my fast friend since I got here. We called him up the other day and he was really sick. And Maria's giving him some remedies and stuff. We thought his girlfriend was taking care of him. Apparently not. He called her up and said, I can't breathe, take me to the hospital. Took him to the hospital. They slapped oxygen on him, sent him to Bucaramanga, put him in the ICU. He was there for about 10 days. And yesterday, Don Pedro, passed. And we're going to his mass here in about an hour. And I just want to give a tribute to Don Pedro. Don Pedro was 58 years old. And he was a hell of a man, and he always had a smile. And you got to know he probably had PTSD too, because I don't think you can cut your leg off with somebody watching, with you watching somebody cut your leg off and not have PTSD. But he was a fine man, and this is a memorial and a tribute to Don Pedro. And it just shows you that today is the first day of the rest of your life. Don Pedro changed his. He went from feeling sorry for, he had to learn how to walk again. And he did. And he had his own little business touring tourists around San Hill. So say a prayer for Don Pedro. God bless him. And thanks for watching. See you on the flip side. My good friend Don Pedro.
¿Qué pasó, Geno? Geno. Que ayer estábamos jugando tres. Y el lunes lo llevaron para Bucaramanga.
¿Cómo?
Estábamos jugando hace 22 días Tejo. Y el lunes lo llevaron.
Ah,
Eso fue el sábado, el lunes lo llevaron.
hablemos con él como